I never imagined a dog could alter the course of my life. To me, dogs were just animals, companions for those who needed company or some kind of protection. I never saw myself forming a bond with one. But life has its own way of surprising us. When my husband, Daniel, brought home a German Shepherd named Bruno, I thought of him only as a security measure. A breathing alarm system to keep me safe while Daniel was away on business trips. His job in international business often kept him overseas for long stretches. I had gotten used to his absences, though they never became easier. "He'll be good company," Daniel told me, placing the leash in my hand. "You won't feel so alone." I smiled, said thank you, but inside I didn't feel much. I was used to the quiet. I wasn't the type to seek comfort in animals. Daniel was my sense of home, my light, my feeling of safety. His presence made the house come alive. When he was gone, everything felt colder. We spoke regularly through video chats, but no screen could take the place of his presence. In the beginning, Bruno was just around, quiet, attentive. He trailed behind me from room to room without asking for anything. I fed him, walked him, gave him the occasional pat, but I treated him more like a task than a friend. Still, Bruno never asked for more. He just observed with those wise, steady eyes. Then one night, something changed. After a long day, I retreated to my room, tired and heavy-hearted. Wrapped in a blanket, I sat there, trying to escape the weight of loneliness. My mind wandered. I imagined Daniel beside me, imagined his warmth, his voice, the comfort I missed so much. I didn't notice the door creak open. Bruno had nudged it with his nose and stepped in, eyes soft and aware. I gave a small smile and patted the space next to me. "Come here, boy," I whispered. Without hesitation, Bruno jumped onto the bed and curled beside me, resting his head gently on my lap. I ran my fingers through his fur, and something inside me began to shift. I hadn't expected his presence to calm me the way it did. I scratched behind his ears, and he let out a soft sigh, his tail moving in a slow rhythm. "You always seem to know when I need you," I murmured. He looked up at me with understanding. And in that moment, I realized I had started leaning on him. He wasn't Daniel, but he was there. And sometimes that was enough. That night, a storm outside echoed the one inside me. Rain slapped the windows, and the wind howled. I tried locking the back door, but the key wouldn't turn. Again and again, I tried, hands shaking. Panic crept in. What if I couldn't secure the house? I was alone. Then I felt a gentle nudge. Bruno stood beside me, then moved toward a kitchen drawer. He tapped it twice with his paw and looked at me. Curious, I opened it and gasped. There, buried under old papers, was a spare key I had forgotten. I used it to lock the door easily. Relief washed over me. I turned to Bruno. He sat calmly, his face almost proud. That night, I sat on the floor next to him. His head lay heavy on my lap, his warmth easing the deep chill inside me. I didn't feel quite so alone anymore. As the weeks passed, I began noticing the little things. How Bruno always stood between me and the door when someone knocked. How he sensed when I was on edge, nudging my hand or lying close to me. One evening, while cooking, I found myself speaking to him. Not just small talk, but real thoughts. I told him about my day, my fears, things I didn't dare say aloud to anyone else. He listened in silence. No interruptions. No judgment. I had always believed love had to be big, grand acts, dramatic promises under the night sky. But Bruno showed me that love could be quiet, found in patience, in presence, in the way someone stays with you through everything. He became my shadow, my quiet source of strength. Daniel's trips got longer. His calls, though warm, became less frequent. I tried to understand. I tried to hold on. But in the quiet spaces Daniel left behind, it was Bruno who stayed close. Then one night, after returning from the market, I noticed a dark car parked across the street. The engine was running. I didn't think much of it at first, but it returned the next evening, and the one after that. Unease grew inside me. I locked the door quickly. Bruno, sensing my tension, stayed close, his body alert. A few nights later, I heard something outside. A faint rustling. Then footsteps on gravel. Bruno growled low and deep, standing by the window. Then he barked sharp, loud, firm. I heard someone flee. I barely slept. Bruno stayed by my side the entire night. Watchful. Steady. Protective. I told Daniel the next morning. He was concerned but busy. Maybe it's just a coincidence, he said. I'll come home as soon as I can. I didn't wait for help. I reinforced the locks, put up cameras. Every evening, Bruno and I walked the property together, alert. Then I saw him. A man at the end of the street.
Tall. Calm.
He didn't do anything unusual, but something about him felt off. Bruno froze, watching him. The man looked our way, then disappeared between houses. Later, I saw him again during the day this time. Laughing with neighbors. Smiling. He waved at me. That's Caleb, said Mrs. Wilkins, my neighbor. New in town. He joined the neighborhood watch. The watch, I replied with a strained smile. But something didn't feel right. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every sound made my skin crawl. Then after midnight, I heard it, a soft click. Bruno growled. The back door slammed open. Caleb stepped in, breathing hard, eyes wild. I knew you were alone, he said. I've been watching. I screamed. He rushed toward me. But before he got close, Bruno lunged. A blur of fur and teeth and rage. He bit into Caleb's arm and pulled him back with all his strength. Caleb fought. I saw something flash, metal, sharp. He slashed. Bruno yelped and faltered. Something broke inside me. I grabbed the nearest object, a heavy vase, and hit him. Again, until he collapsed. Sirens pierced the air. The police burst in and dragged Caleb away. But all I saw was Bruno. He was still, his breath shallow, his eyes closing. I held him in my arms, whispering, begging, please stay. But he didn't. Officers tried to guide me away, spoke softly. But I couldn't move.
He had saved me.
He had stood between me and danger. He had been my shield, my friend, my silent protector. The house feels emptier now. But the love he gave me, the courage remains. He wasn't just a dog. He was everything I didn't know I needed. And I'll carry him with me always.